I'm over 40 and I'm in my 70s, and I used to have one of these beasts that I bought brand new in 1972. So it's an RT2, it's Yamaha. I'll show you around it. Now the RT2 and the RT1 sometimes gets confused. So this is an RT2, but you'll see here that it has RT1 on the frame. And it also has RT1, not sure whether you can see it, RT1 on the crankcase, and yet it's an RT2. And the reason why it's an RT2 is that this housing here houses a reed valve, and on the RT1s there's no reed valve there, so it's just the cylinder head that's different. Everything else is the same. A reed valve looks like this. It's a one-way valve, lets the air come in but not come back, so it alters the crankcase pressure. And I was mentioning that it alters the crankcase pressure, it also alters the torque curve. So on a RT1, the torque curve goes like this, up to about 6,000 revs. On the RT2 with the reed valve, it's quite even, so the power's more like a four-stroke, and that's what made the RT2 so successful. It was the first of the high-performance two-stroke motors. Also, there's sometimes confusion over whether these are RT bikes or DT bikes. So the RT1 and the RT2 have the mudguards low on the forks, like here. I remember it as RT stands for road trail. Yamaha didn't designate that, but road bikes have the mudguards here. In 1973, same frame, same motor, but they raised the mudguard up to here, called it DT. I remember that as dirt trail. They were the best for the scrambling, but still the same frame and motor. And also the DTs had a different shocker on the back. They had an oil reservoir with cooling, because these ended up being a fantastic scramble and enduro bike. Okay, let's start the beast, and they were a beast to start because these have not got electronic ignition. These are the old points ignition, and they're timed for performance when they're running. They're not timed for starting, so they're actually a bit too far advanced and a bit inclined to break your foot. So the first thing is you leave your key off, fuel on. I always turn my fuel off and run them out of fuel if I'm not riding them for a while, so fresh fuel comes in. Choke on, decompressor on, just to lower the compression a bit in the motor. 2 kicks over compression. 1, 2, key on, choke still on. Bring it up onto compression. You'll hear the clicks on the kickstarter. Then just one big solid kick. Like that. Off and choke off. Simple as that. Why don't we take it for a ride? I'll put a helmet on. Okay, decompressor's off, the fuel's on, it's warmed up. Let's take it for a spin. So we've just come down there with that old house, and we're overlooking the Narracon Valley with the Lawn Power Station in the distance there. And looking that way up there is Thorpedale, over the hills is Murgoo North, and this is the country we've just ran past Monkey Valley for the vintage motorbikes. A lot of these farmlands have sealed roads connecting all the farms, and it's ideal riding for the old bikes. Magic country. Anyway, we'll go back down now.